Hey guys, today I'm bringing you my WWE Raw preview for June the 6th, 2016. So this is full of predictions, news and rumours for this week's Monday Night Raw. So this week's show is coming from the Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Before we get in the video, if you want to see me live tweeting throughout this week's Monday Night Raw, you're going to have to follow me on Twitter. I do it every single week. You guys love it. Follow me on Twitter for that. But also, we're going to get right into this week's Raw preview. Now, I did my review of Raw last week, and it was really negative because I really didn't enjoy Raw last week. A lot of people did not enjoy Raw last week because there was a lot of competition on TV with the NBA and everything like that. But this week, there's far less competition on TV, and Money in the Bank is fast approaching, so everybody is expecting the WWE to rebound in a big way on tonight's show and have a much better show than last week. Now, the biggest story of the night will be the battle between the new era and the old era. I think that will be headlining tonight's Monday Night Raw. Now, last week, Styles' heel turn and subsequent ambush should be the main story of tonight's show. Now, the match between Styles and John Cena has actually now been confirmed for Money in the Bank, so we're all ready to go for that match. Now, the big story will be John Cena's reaction to that attack. I think we will get a big promo from John Cena on tonight's Monday Night Raw. And also, you've got to think, with the club, AJ and them back on terms, when will we see a new member added to the club? Could tonight be the night we see Finn Balor or somebody else make their debut and join the club? It looks like it's going to get bigger and stronger as the weeks go by to put pressure on John Cena. Are we going to get new members added? Could tonight be the night? Very interesting to see. But also, staying on the topic of the club, they've got their fingers in many pies because they did actually attack the New Day as well at the start of last week's Monday Night Raw. Now, it does kind of seem like the club's going to have two matches at Money in the Bank. Now, we're going to have to see how this develops. Are the club going to challenge the New Day for the Tag Team Championships at Money in the Bank? That would be very interesting to see. Did you remember when the Shield had their kind of whitewash at Extreme Rules in 2012, where Dean Ambrose won the US Championship and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns won the Tag Team Championship? It sort of reminds me of something like that. Could we see AJ win at Money in the Bank against Cena, and the club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, take the titles off the New Day? That's a possibility. Are the New Day going to face the club for the tag team titles at Money in the Bank? I'm sure you're going to find out on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Also, rumours have been circling for weeks. We did report it last week on the channel that Bray Wyatt was returning, but we do have some solid proof now. The last week was kind of like just hints from Twitter, but this week we do have some solid evidence that Bray Wyatt is actually returning on tonight's Raw. Now, PW Insider's Mike Johnson reported last Wednesday on the 1st of June that Bray Wyatt is actually slated for next week's WWE TV taping. So he reported that last week. So this week it appears that Bray Wyatt will be returning to WWE. So we should see him on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Also, who else is returning? It's likely Sasha Banks is going to be on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Now, Sasha Banks, during a Q&A panel at Comic-Con over the weekend, she was asked about suffering a concussion a few weeks ago, and apparently that was all true. She confirmed that that was true. She did get a concussion, but she then went on to say that she's back now and she's absolutely fine. Now, Sasha Banks did actually appear on last week's main event in a match against Summer Rae, but she is actually yet to show up on Monday Night Raw. Now, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the WWE originally planned to have Sasha feud with Summer Rae before Sasha Banks was injured, but the fact that Summer Rae faced Sasha Banks on main event last week, it does appear like this feud is set to continue upon Sasha Banks' return. So will we see Sasha Banks on tonight's Raw? She says she's okay. She was on main event. So it appears we will see the return of the boss on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Also on the women's division, a new alliance looks to be forming. On last week's SmackDown, Natalya came out to aid Becky Lynch after Dana Brooke interfered in Becky Lynch's match against Charlotte. Now, with both Natalya and Becky facing Charlotte many times before, already for the title, it does kind of seem like the WWE is switching things up a little bit for the pay-per-view. I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing this for a women's tag match. I think we'll see Becky and Natalya team up and take on Dana and Charlotte. We'll see how this continues on tonight's Monday Night Raw, but that does seem like the direction they are heading in. Also, talking about championships, the US Championship, it's clear Titus O'Neil will be challenging Rusev at Money in the Bank for the title. So it's going to be interesting to see how this feud develops. They haven't got physical yet. Rusev's ran away from Titus O'Neil twice. Will they get physical on tonight's Raw? You're going to have to watch it to find out. Also, lastly, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the main event of Money in the Bank, there has been a lot left to be decided in this build-up towards this match. Last week's build-up towards this feud was absolutely awful. I mean, Seth Rollins pretended to walk to the ring and then stepped back. He did it again, stepped back, and he never actually got in the ring. It was a really weak angle, really pathetic. It didn't hype up the match at all. I'm sure you guys agree, so let's hope the WWE hit us back with a much better angle this week. Now, we need a memorable segment. We need something to build Seth Rollins up, because he looked weak last week. I'm not convinced Seth Rollins is taking the title at Money in the Bank, so they need to build up his character a lot more. He looked pathetic last week. He hasn't even been in a match yet. I want to see that. What do you guys think? Money in the Bank's a few weeks away. We've still got one last spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Who is going to get it? Is Finn Balor going to get it? People are assuming that Bray Wyatt is going to take the last spot on tonight's Monday Night Raw. It's really all up in the air for that ladder match. I'm looking forward to it though. What do you guys think? This should be a great pay-per-view and a great Monday Night Raw. Let's hope it's better than last week's. Anyway, follow me on Twitter for live tweeting. Take care. Spiky hair.